Hey everyone, Stephanie from Mrs. D's Corner. Welcome to today's kid-friendly live. What we're going to do today is we're going to take a look at the new product line called Connected Cooking, but how we're going to do that is a little different than usual. What we're going to do is take one of the books from the book companion / Connected Cooking unit. We're going to read one of these books together, and then we're going to use the visual recipe from within the unit to make lunch, I guess, because it is 11 o'clock, right? And I love pizza, I don't know about you guys. So we're gonna make mini pizza bagels today. But the first thing that we have to do is read the book. So the cool thing about Connected Cooking, and this is information more for parents and teachers, is that it's integrating cooking with cross-curricular skills, academic skills, functional life skills, social skills, all of these other really important skills that cooking practices. We're integrating it now with lessons and center ideas and all of these different things that correlate with different read-alouds to integrate these cross-curricular activities with these books. So the first book that is included in the first Pizza Connected Cooking unit is So You Want to Grow Pizza. This is a really fun book by Bridget Hios. I hope I'm saying her last name right. And it walks the kids through how to grow a pizza. Now, do you think you could grow a pizza, kids? Do you think you could go plant a pizza tree out in your backyard or something? Do you think that's possible? I wish, right? That would be so cool. But that you can't, right? So this book walks kids through the different parts of a pizza and what supplies and, you would need a cow for milk, and you need a pig for the pepperonis, and a wheat field to make the dough. So it walks kids through that, and then it says, oh, but you would need a farm. So not everybody has a farm. So let's walk through how to make the pizza sauce. And then at the end of this book, once you learn how to plant all of the ingredients to make your pizza sauce, it gives you a recipe here inside the book to make pizza sauce on your own, which is really, really fun. So I would start the whole entire unit reading this book to get kids excited about making a pizza. Now, we all love Pete the cat, right? Pete the cat is like the coolest cat around. So I also added this book into the unit, Pete the Cat and the Perfect Pizza Party. And this is the book that we're going to read together today. And then I'll show you some of the other parts of the unit that make, I'm calling them the ingredients of the unit to really make it cross-curricular and give all of your students access to participating in the activities. And then we're gonna go ahead and do the visual recipe together. And I'll show you what that looks like and walk you through all of that together. But first, let's read this book, Pete the Cat and the Perfect Pizza Party. Have you read this book yet? Well, what do you think it's gonna be about? Do you think it's just gonna be about pizza? What kind of party do you think he's gonna have? Do you think it's like a birthday party? Do you think it's just like a party just because? What kind of party do you think it's gonna be? These are some questions you can ask your students as you're getting ready to read the story. Are you ready? Pete the Cat and the Perfect Pizza Party. Pete the Cat loves pizza. Pete the Cat loves parties too. Pete had an idea of what he could do. So when you look at these pictures, what do you think Pete's gonna do? Look at his thought bubbles here. What do you think he's thinking about? He would have the perfect pizza party. He even made invitations and everything. How fun is that? Pete's friends all arrived. It was time to build the perfect pizza together. That would make the pizza even better. Pete thought the perfect pizza would be pepperoni with extra cheese. What is your favorite kind of pizza? What kind of toppings would you put on your perfect pizza? And do you think building a pizza with your friends would be fun? I think it would be fun. I want to build a pizza with my friends. Well, I kind of am. We're going to be friends today, and we're going to build a pizza together after we read. Oh, that's so exciting. I didn't even think of that. It's a pepperoni pizza party. But everyone did not agree. Oh no. Why do you think everyone didn't agree? Not everybody likes pepperonis? What do you think is going to happen? Let's find out. Callie said, pepperoni would be just fine, but I really love pretzels on mine. Pete and the gang were puzzled. Pretzels? Well, that's something new. But maybe pretzels could be groovy too. What do you think about pretzels on top of a pizza? Does that sound delicious? Do you think you would try that pizza? Pepperoni and extra cheese with pretzels? I like pretzels, so I might try it. It's a party, a pepperoni pretzel pizza party. What do you think's gonna happen now? Squirrel said pepperoni and pretzels would be just fine, but I really love pistachios on mine. Pete and the gang were puzzled. Pistachios? Well, that's something new, but maybe pistachios could be groovy too. Pepperonis, pretzels, and pistachios. What do you think about that pizza? Would you try it? I don't know, I like pistachios too, so I might try it. It's a party, a pepperoni, pretzel, pistachio, pizza party. That's a lot of words that begin with the letter P. They look like they're having a lot of fun. Grumpy Toad said pepperoni, pretzels, and pistachios would be just fine, but I really love pickles on mine. Pete and the gang were puzzled. Pickles? Well, that's something new, but maybe pretzels or maybe pickles could be groovy too. I don't know about that one, guys. What do you think about pickles on a pizza? I don't like pickles, but I think I might try it. I trust my friends' opinions. It's a party, a pepperoni, pretzel, pistachio, pickle, pizza party. What kind of activities would you do at your pizza party? They have a lot of activities. Gus said pepperoni, pretzels, pistachios, and pickles would be just fine, but I really love popcorn on mine. Pete and the gang were puzzled. Popcorn? Well, that's something new, but maybe popcorn could be groovy too. What do you think about popcorn on a pizza? What kind of popcorn would you put on pizza? Butter popcorn? Cheesy popcorn? Caramel corn popcorn? It's a party, a pepperoni, pretzel, pistachio, pickle, popcorn, pizza party. Where do you think they're going on that party bus? I want to go. Alligator said pepperonis, pretzels, pistachios, pickles, and popcorn would be just fine, but I really love papaya on mine. Now Pete and the gang were really puzzled. Papaya? Well, that's something new, but maybe papaya could be groovy too. What do you think about papaya on a pizza? What other fruit begins with the letter P that you could put on a pizza? Have you ever had pineapple on your pizza? It's a party, a pepperoni, pretzel, pistachio, pickle, popcorn, papaya pizza party. I want to go in the bounce house. That looks so fun. Pete and the gang piled the pepperoni, pretzels, pistachios, pickles, popcorn, and papaya on top. The pizza was so high, they had to stop. Ding! The pizza was done. Trying something new might be fun. They all built up the courage to take a first bite. And the pepperoni, pretzel, pistachio, pickle, popcorn, papaya pizza was... What do you think they thought of it? Would you try it? Let's find out. I don't know. What did they think? It was out of sight. Dynamite. Just right. In the end, the perfect pizza is a pizza shared with friends. Pete the cat's got some pretty cool friends, doesn't he? I really like his friends. that's the end of this story. So now what we're going to do is we are going to make our own pizza. So included in the connected cooking unit, not only do you get a book companion and an interactive read aloud, so where all of those questions that I was asking during the story, you can print on Post-it notes and stick them in the book to interact with your student as you're reading the book. But it comes with a visual recipe. Let me find it here in my pile of things. So first, what we're going to do is we're going to survey the kids and you guys if you're cooking the recipe too, and see what their predictions are going to be for this pizza, okay, for this recipe. So it says, I think I will like this recipe. And they'll fill in one of these. So do you think that you will like this recipe? Give me a thumbs up if you think you'll like it. Give me a thumbs down if you think, oh, I don't know about this. I don't think so. And then go like this if you think, I might like it, but I'm not sure. Then we'll go into, I think I will taste the recipe. So we're making mini pizza bagel bites. We're not making the Pizza Cat pizza. So if you think you'll taste it, give me a thumbs up. If you think you're not gonna taste it, give me a thumbs down. And if you think, I don't know, maybe I'll taste it, do this. Then you can also ask them, I think I will make this recipe at home. Give me a thumbs up if you think you would make this at home with your families. Give me a thumbs down if you're like, no, I don't think so, I'm not a big pizza fan. Or give me one of these if you're not sure. So after you do this quick little activity, you go into the visual recipe for no-bake pizza bites. And what it looks like is this is the first page here. So you have all of your kitchen ingredients that you need. So you need a plate, and I grabbed a paper plate. You're going to need a spoon and a napkin, which I did not grab a napkin. I can grab a paper towel here real quick. Then you're also going to need some pizza sauce, some mozzarella cheese, oh no, which I have to go grab from the fridge. You're gonna need some pepperonis, and you're gonna need some mini bagels. You could also make these on regular size bagels if you wanted to, but you don't have to. You can use the mini bagels. They're perfect size for lunchtime for kids. So then after the recipe, you're gonna take this recipe survey. So we're not looking at this part here yet. Now, to get the recipe ready to go, we have the recipe steps. This is the visual recipe. You have it numbered. You have the wording put together for the parts of the recipe, as well as some pictures to help you along to finish the recipe. And then once you finish each step, you can check it off here in this box. So while you get all your supplies ready, I'm gonna head over to my fridge right here. I'm actually in my kitchen. I'm gonna grab my mozzarella cheese. I can't believe that I forgot it. Hold on. I'm gonna go really fast. Okay. Got my final recipe ingredient, the mozzarella cheese. You can use any brand of mozzarella cheese that you want. I just grabbed the first one that I grabbed out of the fridge. So first, it says we are going to put one mini bagel on a plate and peel the bagel apart. So I have my plate. My plate is sitting in front of me. I have my bagels. I'm gonna take a bagel out of the bag. And kids, if you're watching, you can do this right along with me. One bagel, so I'm counting one. I'm gonna close this bag back up so the bagels stay fresh in case I wanna make another one later, or maybe tomorrow for lunch. And then I'm going to see how these bagels have a crease in them already. I don't have to cut them, so I can just peel it apart. Very carefully. At the end, you might have to rip the dough a little bit, but that's okay. So now, how many pieces of bagel do I have? 1, 2. I have 2 pieces of bagel. Put them on my plate. Now I'm ready for step 2. I can check off the box because we did everything for step 1. Step 2 says, open the pizza sauce and use the spoon to add sauce to the bagel. Now pizza sauce can come in one of these squeeze jars like this, or a glass jar, or sometimes in a can where you have to open it. So I got the squeeze lid because it's much easier. I need to open it up. So I'm gonna take the lid off. I take the seal off of the top. I'm just gonna place it right here on my plate, but I'm not gonna eat it. Put the lid back on, and now, actually I have a trash can right below me. I have my bagels on the plate, I have my pizza sauce. Because this is a squeeze lid, I'm just gonna squeeze a little bit onto each bagel. Oh. And then I'm gonna use my spoon to add it to the rest of the bagel. Spread it around. You can put as little or as much pizza sauce as you want. I don't like too much pizza sauce. How much pizza sauce do you like on your pizza? Just the right amount, okay? So now I have finished step 2. I can now cross off step 2 here. We're gonna go to step 3. Open the mozzarella cheese and sprinkle on top of the sauce. So this is where we are right here. I have my mozzarella cheese. Open it up. And I'm gonna add a little bit to the tops of my bagel. Right on top of the red pizza sauce. You can add as much cheese or as little cheese as you want. Let me show you my pizzas here. Added cheese right on top. So now I have completed step 3. We're gonna go to step 4. I can cross step 3 off. Open the pepperonis, count 2 pepperonis, and add on top. You can certainly add more pepperonis if you wanted, but if you're doing this with a class of kids, 2 seems to be a good number so that everybody gets enough pepperonis for the top of their pizza. I'm just opening up my pizza pepperonis right now. I just grabbed these at the grocery store. You can get whatever pepperonis that you want, and I'm gonna count 2. Ready? 1, 2. Now I have to count it for the other half of my other pizza. 1, 2. We're incorporating one-to-one correspondence and simple mathematics now. I put them on top of my pizza. We can cross off step 4 because we are now finished with step 4. Step 5 says eat. So now it's time to eat. So you can either, if you want to eat them this way, which is kind of cold, you can eat them this way. If you wanted to put them in a toaster quick to heat them up or in a microwave to melt the cheese a little bit, you certainly could do that, but they are perfect just the way they are. And you and your students, or you and your children at home, have just cooked a recipe together. How fun was that? Kids, did you have fun? It was so much fun. I love cooking. Well, not really, but I like cooking with you guys. That was an easy recipe. So now, at the end of this recipe, once we're finished, once we've eaten the recipe, parents and teachers, you can go back and now take the recipe survey. So you can respond here. So I did or did not taste the recipe. So thumbs up if you did taste your pizza that you made, or a thumbs down if you didn't taste it. And it's okay if you didn't taste it yet, if you're saving it for later. You can still give me a thumbs up. Then you can give the recipe stars. So out of 5 stars, how many stars would you give this easy, no-bake pizza bagel, mini pizza bagel recipe? Would you give it 1 star? Would you give it 3, 4, 2? Or would you give it 5 stars? You just loved it. Then the last question here on the survey is, I would make this recipe again. So give me a thumbs up if you would. And then a thumbs down if you don't think you would make this recipe again. So thumbs up if you would bake it, thumbs down if you wouldn't. To extend this lesson, parents and teachers, there is a writing activity here. It gives the students all of the recipe ingredients here and the kitchen supplies, a space for them to draw what they wrote, or draw what they just made, and then space for them to write the steps in what they just wrote. If you want to have them use this as the model, you could, or they can write it in their own words. They can write about the recipe here. So for right now, what we're gonna do is your kids are eating their no-bake mini bagel recipe, or pizza is not their recipe. I'm gonna show you some other things, parents and teachers, that come within each connected cooking unit. So this is the pizza unit with each book. So there are 2 books in this one. You get a book companion that comes with the interactive read-aloud. Now what I said about the interactive read-aloud is that the questions do come with this for each page, and you can see this one is for, so you wanna grow a pizza, so the one here in the front, and you just ask these questions as you're reading the story with your child or with your student in school. And you can easily do this via video if you're using Seesaw or Google Classroom, or just sharing these videos online. You can easily do this that way as well. There are a bunch of different worksheets that go along with the story. You have story sequencing, you have a story map, they're cut and paste, some of them. There's different levels for each one. There's vocabulary pages, there's fact or fiction pages. There's so much that goes into each book companion that helps the parents. If you guys want to do this at home with your kids, you can easily take and just print these pages out and make the lesson go even further than what your teacher is showing you via video or doing in the classroom. It's fantastic for that. You also have these other supplemental activities that come and correlate with the theme of pizza. So all of these are just print and go, ready to go. You don't have to do anything extra. There is also a kitchen word wall included. So word wall meaning you're going to put it up on the wall, but that doesn't just mean you can put it up on the wall. You have many options when it comes to word walls in the classroom or at home. I put these ones on binder rings. This is the full size, so this is the printed size when you print it normally and you just hit print from the PDF. And this is half size. I just printed 2 pages to 1 page and made them smaller. 1 to save ink and paper, and 2 because I don't really need them this big when I'm showing you guys on the screen. But I did print both. So you have kitchen verbs and then you have kitchen supplies. Each of the words on the word wall has a puzzle. It's a 3-piece puzzle. So you have part of the puzzle is a picture. The middle of the puzzle is the definition of the word. So say the word is plate, you would have the definition of what a plate is in the middle, and then on the end you would have the actual vocabulary word. It helps practice what the words mean. You can easily put this in a center, practice this over and over and over again, and throughout each connected cooking unit, all of those word walls are all the same. So you could easily use the same center or the same work bin or sensory bin throughout the whole entire school year. If you are a fan of the Adapt-A-Piece book sets, if you don't know what they are, I'm going to share with you what they are now. The Adapt-A-Piece book sets, you take the books and you print out the question pieces and the answer pieces. You cut out the question boxes. They're what questions, so who, what, when, where, why, and how. Throughout the story, you paste them or cut them. You cut them out and paste them or tape them into the books, and then you move these interactive pieces into the story to practice comprehension throughout the story. You practice text comprehension as well as picture comprehension, so it's both at the same time. But we went one step further with the connected cooking. We have new mats, so if you don't want to tape the questions into the book anymore, you can print this mat and add Velcro, and then all of these pieces just move onto this new mat here. So these are included as well in these new stories. Another piece here that we have is a core board. If you have not utilized a core board in your classroom or at home, any type of like AAC device, an augmentative device, I can make words today. This is basically practicing, it is practicing core vocabulary, but this core board focuses on kitchen vocabulary, words that you would use in the kitchen. So the core board here goes through all of the different core vocabulary. So the main vocabulary that you're going to use when you're in the kitchen. I, me, we, you, yes, no, need, have, see, in, out, open, close, things like that, hot and cold. But then there's also fringe board, what I have here connected to the top here, and I put Velcro here to these to the top of it. We have the kitchen tools because these are considered fringe vocabulary. Fringe vocabulary are not the everyday words that we use all the time, but these are words that we're going to use while we're cooking. So blender, cutting board, knife, measuring cup, measuring spoons. And as you're working, these are great for nonverbal students, students with low communication, or students who are very new to communicating wants and needs, and they need kind of this visual to help them throughout the story so that they can tell you what they need to fill out the recipe, to do the worksheets, to follow along with the story. Basically do everything to tell you their wants and needs. So you have the fringe boards here. This one has 5 fringe boards. They're all different colors. So you have the kitchen tools. You have kitchen verbs. Okay, so blend, chop, cut, heat, measure. And then you have a fringe board that goes along with the recipe. So the actual recipe that we just did has your ingredients here and what we're making, so pizza, and then it has the kitchen supplies that you will need here. So you can ask your students who are nonverbal or low communication, you can say, well, what do we need first? And if they're not gonna verbalize it to you, you have something now for them to point to. So we need, show me where the spoon is, and they can point to the spoon. Or show me what ingredients we need. What do we need to start with first? So first we needed the bagel. So we're gonna start with the bagel first. Then we're gonna add the sauce. Then we added cheese, then we added pepperonis, and then our final result was we made a pizza. Pretty cool, right? Then you have a fringe board also for each of the stories. So you have one here for Pete the Cat, and you also have a fringe board here for the So You Want to Grow a Pizza. The So You Want to Grow a Pizza book is really, really cool. Again, if you're just popping in, this is a newer series of book that I found on Amazon. They also have a bunch of others that we're going to incorporate into connected cooking lessons, but it talks about growing a pizza. It's really neat, and then at the end it tells you how you can make your own pizza sauce by growing different ingredients in either your classroom, at home, in a school garden, which would be really cool to do. So you have all of these options to incorporate with this connected cooking. We've taken cooking in the classroom and expanded it into all of the different aspects of your classroom and different academics to really make it an all-encompassing unit that you can either use for one day, or you can use it all week to make lessons and centers, different activities. You can send some things home and have the parents do it with them to kind of incorporate them into things that are going on in the classroom. So I hope you enjoyed this live. I hope your children and your students enjoyed making the pizza bagel bites, and they also enjoyed the Pete the Cat Read Aloud. I will pop in later when the next one is done, and we'll do the same thing. We'll have another Read Aloud and we'll make the recipe. I hope you guys have a great Sunday, and I'll see you soon. Bye.